Okay. Hopefully we're coming through live over the internet.
Hello everyone. How are you? This is Redmond's football report. I don't think you can see us.
And now they can.
Yes. Hello everyone. This is Redmond's football report. If you don't know it, we talk about different football games and then see what we think it is and what we thought what their last games were and what the scores were.
That's right. So we're looking into this weekend's football, and we are going to start talking about that in a little bit. But first, let's have a look at the results. I think I've figured out a way of making these things look better. So we will see very soon. Let me move this so don't need to be the center, but I don't need to be so far out. Results. Let's have a look at the results first. So this is from... Yeah, no, you're not going to be able to see. You can just see over the top and look down at the results. Whoa, sit easy, mister. You're shaking the table.
So, Combo Undo had a
Coquimbo Unido and Defensa Justicia, which we've got spelled wrong because of autocorrect. What was the score on that one, Redmond?
0-0. We thought,
yes.
You thought it would be a win to Combonido, but I thought it would be for
Coquimbo.
Sorry for my
pronunciation. Yep. So
and it was 0-0.
It was a draw.
What a game.
0-0 there. Second leg is taking place this weekend, but we're not talking about that today. Sfaxien beat Esperance in the big shock of the week, I would have thought. Tunisia's top team. Now, they're still top, if I'm not mistaken, unless there's been a result since last I looked. But major result there for Sfaxien and opened up the Tunisian league. They're about 12, 14 games in. So it's getting towards business time. You're starting to see things taking shape there. Let me see. PSG beat Olympique Marseille in the cup, the Super Cup, Pochettino's first trophy, Redmond.
Mm-hmm.
You were expecting that.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Right, down. And no surprise to either of us. Sonsonate lost to FAS at home. FAS should do pretty well in this. They're pretty much semi-final bound, I think, even if it's only a 1-0 win.
And we both thought we were all correct about CD funds.
We were. FAS. Al Ahly against Al Hilal. I miscalculated, and it's actually only just starting in about 5 minutes' time at 18 hours 10 here in Central European time. So
if you maybe skip the video, or if you watch the video, you can the whole video you can join in the middle of the game.
I'm sure somebody somewhere knows how to get Saudi Arabian football on the internet. Let me know. VPNs are helpful for that kind of thing.
Yes, they are.
So Costa Rica's league kicked off. No major surprises there as far as I can tell. Let me call up the thing. If you're ever wondering, I use FOTMob all the time for this. Yes, Herediano lost. Actually, that was a bit of a surprise to me. Although, what do I know about Costa Rican football?
Yeah, footy.
So, yeah, no massive surprises.
We
otherwise.
have some last places.
Still, Guadeloupe still have to play Le Mans in the first round. I think that was postponed, but either way.
And there's still a lot of games to go.
Yeah, Al Sadd finished off that win against Al Duhail in the Qatari Stars League, and Sociedad in one semi-final against Barcelona. Just about lost 1-1 after full time, after extra time. It went to penalties, and Barcelona nicked it in the end. Meanwhile, in the Coppa Italia, Juventus made heavier work over beating Genoa, having gone 2-0 up. They conceded 1 to be 2-1 at the end of the first half. 2-2 at the end of the second half. They brought on Ronaldo with 3 minutes remaining, obviously for extra time, in the hope that maybe he could nick something in the last minute. And Rafia from Tunisia scored the winner in extra time. So much for our 3-0 and 4-1 guesses. Anyway, those were the games that were this week gone. Saw a great goal. Who did we see the great? What game was the great goal in? Do you remember, Redmond?
I don't remember.
So a great goal that was disallowed in for Twente Enchant against Ajax.
And he literally ran at the side, but he was offside, sadly, and curls it around, hits the post and straight in. And his celebration was like...
Yeah, but it got discounted. So they lost 3-1 in the end of that one. But I think we watched Atalanta, and it was one of the goals of the Atalanta game was of that ilk, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can't remember. So much football, so little time. So, shall we charge on and have a look at what our 5 picks for the week are? So this time we got it a little bit more organized. So at the end of this, what we're going to do is we actually have our previews, our guesses of what the scores are in the games put up. So Redmond and I, for a change, will know what we're talking about, and we don't have to trawl our minds to think about what's coming up. So don't mind us, as we're going to be looking at the scores. So, actually, I won't do it that way. Sorry, this is all new technology. I'm an old man who doesn't know how to work the things.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll have a look here. So, we'll start off in CONCACAF, and oh my God, we are still looking at Honduras in CONCACAF. This time it's a different playoff final. As far as I can tell, it is the Apertura final. Maybe it's not, I don't know, but it's Marathon against Olimpia. Marathon went out in the semi-finals of the other playoffs they had, which may be an all-season one, I don't know. But they went out to Motagua. But finally they get the chance to play Olimpia, and it's back. Sit up so people can see that you're here. See? They don't know if you're lying down. So Marathon are playing Olimpia in... Honduras in the final there. Redmond, looking at it over here. What did you think would be the score in Marathon against Olimpia?
I thought it would be 1-1.
Of a draw. You think they're going to be drawn again?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's hard to say, isn't it? I mean, again, we don't watch enough of the league there. Olimpia
and you think it's going to be a 2-1?
Yeah, Olimpia have been dominant, but I think this dominance is going to wear them out. They've played a lot of games lately, and I think Marathon are going to steal it 2-1. But again, I think I've been wrong on every single Honduran score I have looked at this year, so you wouldn't want to trust me.
Anyways, it's 2021, everyone, not the 2020.
Yes, I don't think anyone understood what you said because you muttered most of that.
It's 2021, everyone.
Yes, we will cheer and clap that. Okay, moving south from Honduras down as far as Argentina, which is, by the way, a colossally long distance. I think it is, let me see, is something akin from Honduras to Buenos Aires, as I think it is from Dublin to Tehran. It's a long way. Maybe longer than that. Anyway, we have the finally of the Copa Diego Armando Maradona, the fit-in cup that they created. I hope they keep.
Because Maradona died. So.
Yes, he did die, and it is very sad. But we celebrate him with this cup. And the finalists of this cup are, not surprisingly, Boca Juniors. Quite surprisingly, Banfield. Not one of Argentina's particular strong teams. This is a rare opportunity for them to win something. So, like Defensa Justicia, this is sort of like uncharted territory. Redmond, who did you think was going to win between Boca and Banfield?
Well, I think Boca might have won.
Well, that's not what you told me earlier.
I thought it'd be a win for Banfield.
Do you want to change your thoughts on that?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Okay. This is what happens when you ask somebody who's watching YouTube for their thoughts. I'm pretty sure Boca are going to romp in this one. This is nothing against Banfield, but it being Maradona and it being Boca, and apparently is taking place in Boca Stadium. I think I'm not entirely certain. I expect Boca to do well in this. Right, staying with finals and such things, we're going to jump across to our third final of the night or of the weekend. That first game, by the way, the marathon game is on Saturday evening, the 17th at 18 hours CET, whereas the Banfield Boca game is taking place in the early hours, by European standards, of Sunday, the 18th, at 02 hours 10. Please sit up. They didn't come to listen to me talk. They came to see you talk, probably. Moving on from that, we do stay with cups as we go to the Spanish Super Cup, which was played during the week. Barcelona beat Real Sociedad on penalties to go in. And quite surprisingly, we had Athletic Club de Bilbao beating Real, I think it was, to get to the final. Redmond. Two storied teams from the outskirts of Spain, if you like, the parts of Spain that don't even see themselves necessarily as Spanish. Barcelona and Athletic Club de Bilbao playing off the Catalans against the Basques in the final of the Spanish Super Cup.
I think they'll play as hard. I think Bilbao. I've never experienced them actually. I think they're just going to put their best team out there.
Yeah, you think they're going to try and win the game?
Yeah.
Okay, they're going to try and win the game, folks.
And I think it's going to be a really interesting game. A 1-1 first at the game, then extra time goes into a 2-1 to Barcelona.
Okay, so what you're going to read later is wrong because he told me 1-0 to Barcelona earlier, but that's okay.
I actually thought, oh no.
I'm going to change this for next week. You thought 1-0. You're allowed to change your mind. Again, so 2-1 you reckon now. For my part, Barcelona look very tired. I think Barcelona are actually going to lose this one. And Bilbao, while they're not having the season they should be having, while they did lose to them a couple of weeks ago, I think Bilbao will win the Super Cup 1-0. Very tight game. It'll ultimately just come down to if Messi plays or not. Again, he's been marked out as absence again. I think he missed the game in the middle of the week. But this game takes place on Saturday at 21 hours CET. That's one of Redmond's picks for the week. As always, Redmond's picks are his favourite teams. My picks are the games I think are really interesting, but we didn't cover. We come back to another featured game now with Paris Saint-Germain against Bordeaux. No, we are not talking about Ligue 1. We are talking about Division 1. We're looking at the women's French league. And now, the Women's French League has tended to dominate in Europe the last few years with PSG and Lyon dominating by a long way. Lyon have won, I think, the Champions League for the last 5 years. Paris Saint-Germain were in the final with them this year, which makes 2 finals they're actually in this year. But what do we think? This is first against third. Paris Saint-Germain ahead by 3 points from Lyon, followed up at a little bit of a distance by Bordeaux.
And I think Lyon won the Women's Champions League.
They did indeed. That is quite accurate. So Redmond, looking at a team of PSG against Bordeaux, what did you think it was going to be the score?
2-1.
2-1 to Paris Saint-Germain. I think Bordeaux have a leakier defence. Paris Saint-Germain have only conceded 2 goals this season and they've scored something like 25 in 10 games or something like that. I fancy Paris Saint-Germain to do a 3-0 demolition job on this. This may be the best chance Paris Saint-Germain have ever had to win the French Women's Division 1. Staying in Europe and staying with women. We're going to cross the English Channel and pay our show our passport because, as you all know, it is now Brexit Britain. And we're going to have a look at an English game. Chelsea against Man United, top 2 in the Women's Soccer League over there.
And
Both
what
teams,
did I think?
Both teams are doing very well at the moment. Man U are leading by, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought it would be what's the Arsenal's dominating actually the English league.
Arsenal are third, yes.
Yeah, they're quite dominating.
They've traditionally been a big team there, but they're not doing so well this year.
And I want to change my mind.
You want to change your mind. You don't even know what your mind is. You can't see it in front of you. There's what you thought the score would be.
Chelsea 2.
Can you read in a way that people can understand?
Chelsea 2, Man United 1.
And you're saying you want to change your decision, yeah?
No.
Better not. Better not be changing decisions all over the place willy-nilly.
It's not willy-nilly.
No, it isn't. This game is taking place... Oh, I should have said the PSG Bordeaux game is taking place today at 18 hours 45, which basically means half an hour, while the Man U against Chelsea game taking place at Chelsea's ground, not Stamford Bridge, I hasten to add, and disappointingly enough at that, is on Saturday the 17th at 15 hours 30. So that is one, definitely, I think that's worth checking out if you can access footage of that game. And I think that one's going to be a 1-1 draw. Okay, moving on down my list, and we're back to Redmond. We're staying with Manchester United as the away team. This is one of Redmond's teams. Liverpool against Man United. So, Man United currently on top by 3 points, but they have been spectacularly inconsistent. Liverpool have also been spectacularly inconsistent, but are only 3 points behind, and everyone's talking about them more seriously. So Redmond, what do you think's going on here?
I think it's going to be a 2-0 win for Liverpool.
2-0, you reckon? This has been the maddest of mad years, because otherwise Manchester United, with the form they've shown, would not be top of the league. However, they are there on merit. They deserve to be there. But it is Anfield, which is once again Anfield, having for many years been a field. I'm going to say 3-2 to Liverpool, partly because I just want a really exciting game in that one, and partly because I don't think either defence is entirely solid. 3-2, I think, to Liverpool. That game's on Saturday the 17th at 17 hours 30. That's 5:30 to those of you in Central Europe in the evening. And let me see what's the next one we have. I think it's another one of yours, Redmond. Yes, rounding off our
games.
Redmond's selections. We go to Italy, staying yet again on Saturday. Oh my God, there's so many games on Saturday.
Juventus against Inter Milan.
The Derby d'Italia. Juve are pulling their way back up from a lot further down than they should have been. Yes, keep climbing that rope, Redmond. Keep climbing the rope.
Yeah,
like
that's
Juve
what
are.
living.
Mr. Pirlo is bringing them back into contention.
Climbing the rope.
Of course, Inter Milan, sorry, I may be showing slight bias here, are famous chokers. They do have, in my opinion, probably the best striker in Italy, particularly if you discount Ronaldo as a striker because he's more than that. Ronaldo and Lukaku
Dybala's also a really good one.
Yes, Dybala, well, he's not really, he's more of an attacking midfielder. But Lukaku and Ronaldo, the two major goal threats. Ronaldo's been a little bit quiet more recently, but he's back scoring as of the game before last. He did play 40 minutes during the week. Don't know if that's going to do any damage there. The man's a monster. But Lukaku, Lukaku is going to score a goal. That's all I'm going to say. But Redmond, who do you think is going to win this game tomorrow at 20 hours 45 Central European time?
Well, I thought it was going to be a 1-0 win to Juventus.
Okay.
Climbing the rope a little bit.
Yeah, well, that honestly, Mr. Pirlo will be only too happy to get that little step back along the way. I also think Juventus are going to win, but I cannot see how they're going to stop the monster himself, the best striker in Italy, in my opinion, Lukaku. So I think it's going to be 2-1. And I don't think Ronaldo's going to score unless there's a penalty.
Yeah, and he always shows up in penalties.
But he's going to be a part of the game. Right, so that is Redmond's selections dealt with. Let's go and staying in Europe still. This is like a very UEFA heavy spell, and we're going to go over the 20 minutes. We're traveling slightly to the west to the not the capital, but the second city of Portugal, where we see Porto, FC Porto playing against Benfica. Again, this is one of our featured games. I would rate this as, outside of the games Redmond picks, the big game in men's football in Europe this week. Porto against Benfica, the two Eternals. Bizarrely, amazingly, and magnificently, it's on this evening at 22 hours CET, it being a Friday the 15th. But neither of them are the top. It's been so long since one or other of them hasn't been top of the league that this is almost a novelty. We have,
I think the game would be
Sporting, a team that I have some great love for. They are top at 35 points, whereas these two are trailing in at 31. Redmond, Porto and Benfica, the two giants of Portuguese football, two of the three. Who do you think is going to win this one? How do you think this game's going to play out based on what you guessed earlier?
So, who's my guesses?
Yeah.
Guesses. Well, I thought it would be a 1-1 draw because they're two big giants.
They are. They're
big giants.
It would be a better result for Benfica than it would be for Porto. But I think, looking at how the goals have been going in this year, Porto have been scoring a load. And while Benfica have had a slightly tighter defence, it's not that much tighter. I think it's going to be 2-1 to Porto. So, where are we? Oh, we're getting through all these. Time to have a quick look at our feature league. This week we wanted to look at its kickoff time in the V1 league, which, as you all know, is... Sorry, you're going to have to say it louder. I can't hear you. I'm literally on the other side of the internet. And nobody has posted up anything yet. But it's Vietnam.
If you said it in time, good.
Former US international Lee Nguyen has gone back there. He's playing. He's played there before. He's Vietnamese American. He's played 9 times for the US. And he's this time with Ho Chi Minh City. Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi are the two big Hanoi teams, but they're not the most successful teams, it has to be said. What's really interesting, I think, because I think things, is that one of the most successful teams there, who won the league last year, let me get their name now, they're now called Viettel. They used to be known as Tay Kong, and again, I am probably destroying that name. I'm getting my teams wrong. I should say that he's gone to Ho Chi Minh City, which is, of course, what we used to know as Saigon. And them in Saigon, it's the biggest city, but they haven't been massively successful teams. Whereas Viettel, who had been huge for the first 30 years of the league nearly, hadn't won in ages. They've recently renamed as Viettel. Tay Kong is what they used to be, and they won last season's. The preceding season it was won by Hanoi. Tay Kong and Hanoi are both in the city of Hanoi. So it's a 14-team league. It's been back and forth. This is its 21st year as the V League. In the year 2000, it went professional, and so in its professional era, there's been a couple of scandals. They lost a couple of teams. They gained a couple of teams back. And now we are getting to a place where we have an actual real league taking place and going forward. It's been fairly steady since about 2014, 2015 at 14 teams. The bottom 2 get relegated. The third from bottom plays off against the third from top in the V2 league. Imaginative naming. And so it's the winning team goes into the AFC Champions League, the Asian Confederations Champions League. The champions Viettel are playing this weekend against Haiphong. Again, pronunciation is terrible, so I apologize. Please good people of Vietnam, come in, send us messages. We'd love to hear from you, and we'd love to cheer on your league. Yeah, you're now starting to sound like you're making fun of the name Redmond, and that's not nice. For those of you who are Linh Nguyen fans, and I know a few folks from the United States who are, Ho Chi Minh City are away to Da Nang on Sunday. Games mostly on tomorrow and Sunday. Again, I don't know. Oh yeah, there's one game played already. That was on today, and that was Nam Dinh won 3-0 against Hanoi. So not a good start to trying to regain the championship from their crosstown neighbours. But c'est la vie, c'est la guerre. And c'est la Vietnamese V-League, actually. And that should be the right language because in theory, according to European mindsets, it's a French-speaking Asian nation. Not at all. They speak Vietnamese. Right, feet down. Sit up. Knees out. Stop destroying your T-shirt. He destroyed one T-shirt already this week. The monster, you big monster. You T-shirt destroying monster. Would that be who you are? Oh, I'm getting elbowed now. Right, so 4 more games to go still. Ooh. Right, this one should be easy enough. On Sunday, starting at... And this is our Asian pick from the AFC. I hate to do it, but we're going back to Australia because it's another double header. On Sunday the 16th, starting at... Oh, that's not the right time at all. Sunday the 17th at something o'clock in the morning.
And
I have
it's
it written
Sydney
here.
FC.
07 hours 05. We have Sydney FC playing against Western Sydney Wanderers.
And I think it's going to be one for Sydney all the time.
Redmond reckons Sydney FC as the home team will win both games. Me, I'm thinking that looking at how it's been played out, the women's teams are going to draw 2-2 based on the early signs this season already, whereas the men's teams, Sydney FC, are going to win 3-1. I think I've got that the right way around.
Yeah.
I'm going to double check to make sure I've got that the right way around. As I said before, I used FOTMob, which did me over on different scores during the week.
And that is going to be the sponsor of the video.
Oh, I wish.
FOTMob.
If anybody out there wants to sponsor these videos, I am only too happy to take it.
Watch, you can see every game, what's going to happen, and what games you're in favor of.
I tell a lie. Oh, here we've got the advertising spokesman here. 2-2 to the women's, to the men's, and 3-1 to the women's Sydney FC team. Hope that's not too unclear. Moving along, wished you. We've left Asia and we're now going to go to Africa, and we're going to go with my pick as the other biggest game or most interesting game this week that we haven't actually talked about, which is El Zamalek against El Gounah in the Egyptian League. Zamalek and Gounah are 2nd and 4th, I think, at the moment. It's starting to heat up. Al Ahly flying away as always, but Zamalek have a genuine chance of being the team yet again to stop them doing it. Redmond, what's your thinking on this game?
I have no idea.
Well, you were able to have a guess anyway.
I thought it would be a 2-0 to El Zamalek.
No, you said 1-0 to El Gounah. And again, apologies for pronunciation. I reckon it's 2-0 to El Zamalek. It's El Zamalek. You know, they win leagues. That's what they do when Al Ahly don't. And finally, last game of the show, and we've gone long. And this is a big one, and of course it deserves to be the top. And we're going to mention this a lot. I think it's going to dominate every time we're talking about CAF for the next little while. The African Nations Championship starts tomorrow, the 17th. And what is you big egot? What the African Nations Championship is different to the African Cup of Nations. African Cup of Nations, it's teams taking their players from all over the world. Here, if you're playing for Morocco, you must play in the Moroccan league and you must be Moroccan. So it's kind of like a league tournament, except it's been since 2014 given full status as full internationals. And I was going to say Mali against Burkina Faso with the neighbours there, but closer neighbours, the Democratic Republic of Congo, 2 times winners of this tournament, against Congo themselves. From an Irish point of view, anything that involves Congo, my ears are alert and interested. DR Congo have won this twice because they do have teams like Aris and Vita, and who's the other big team there? TP Mazembe. So they've got a very, very strong league. You see it regularly in the African Nations Championship. Teams find it hard to win it again or to qualify again. But honestly, this time, I think they're going to go the way. Mazembe have a solid side, and it hasn't been filled with foreigners like sometimes it is. Ars Vita as well. Redmond, what do you think is going to happen in this game between Congo and Congo? Congo a go-go?
I thought it would have... Where's the game?
Here's the game.
I thought it would be 2-1 to Democrat in Congo.
DR Congo. Dr. Congo, if you like, some people call it. But the Democratic Republic of Congo, I'm reckoning, will have a 3-0 win. I think they're just too strong. The money that is being pumped in by the Democratic leader of Democratic Congo is too big. They've got a lot of oil. I can't see them not winning. But, oh my God, what a derby. And what a place. What an event for it. So, that's 30 minutes on today's report.
Episode.
Today's report. It's a long one, but so much going on right now. So much football, all the time, and everywhere.
And if you can't watch it, go into FootMob.
Yes,
you can get even the games live, watching what's happening, and so on and so forth.
I have not trained him to do this. He's just done that because I said FootMob. But we will do your evil bidding. I will have him say terrible things if needs be. If it gives us like €7 and a show, because that'd be huge money compared to what I'm making now. Right, so Redmond, see them all again on Tuesday?
Bye. See you on Tuesday. That's next week. And
enjoy having a look at these for the next few seconds. See you on Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.